back to Mano. Today I want to share with you 11 lessons that I have learned from the 11 years since I have been diagnosed with cancer. And also from meeting all these incredible people around the world that had a cancer experience. I'm Carmen Monge. I'm a researcher, writer, and global cancer advocate. And this channel is Mano. This is a space dedicated to people with and beyond cancer. These lessons are about life, love, healing, and advocacy. I hope they inspire you, that you can share with others, regardless if you are a cancer survivor, if you're a caregiver, or you are just someone that is curious about a cancer journey. So, number one, mental health is so important during and after the treatment. I didn't have any of those at the beginning. And I have to say that for me, the most difficult part was after the treatment because I was full of anxiety. I was so depressed and I was having a lot of panic attacks. But especially after is so important because nobody tells you how to live your life after this. They said, oh, you're going back to normal, but you're not really going back to normal. You're taking another route different from the one that you were coming. Also, mental health is important for the person that is going through the treatments, but also for the family and the friends because they are dealing also with cancer in a different way, but they are dealing with it. So mental health for everyone. This could be a support group, a psychologist, or even, I don't know, a coach or someone to talk with. And I found that working on my mental health was so important for me to rebuild in my life. Number two, stop comparing your journey with others. Because I remember that in many of these meetings, there were cancer survivors just comparing themselves, like saying like, oh, my treatment was way worse than yours. Or I suffered the most compared to you. And sometimes I felt that I was not doing cancer the right way because I was not suffering enough or was not that difficult for me than for others. But that depends on the person, right? Like it's not a competition of traumas or the Olympic of traumas, as a friend once told me. You're not going to be a better person because you have a harder treatment, or you're not going to be more worthy or surviving because you suffer the most. Every journey is different, and even it seems that for the other person was easier, but you don't know it. Maybe that person is not telling everything, or maybe for that person was not that hard and they have other problems in their life apart from this that they're more difficult. So stop comparing your cancer journey with everyone because everyone is different, everyone has their own journey. Number three, cancer means different things for different people. For me, cancer was the best teacher, but also was an illness that I had. And it gave me a new perspective of life. So I'm quite grateful about it. For other people, cancer could mean a thief or a loss or a job. And that's okay. Like you can feel whatever you want regarding cancer, but you have to respect how others see cancer. And also could mean different things to you depending on the stage of your life. At the moment, it could be very overwhelming and you could see it like a thief of something that put you on the stop. But in the future, it could be a teacher or it could be the best thing that happened to you. So that depends. Number four is the beauty of connections. I have to say that most of my best friends right now are cancer survivors. And there is a beauty about sharing this experience with others. Sometimes I said that cancer survivors just see life in a different way. Like they don't bother anymore for trivial things. They appreciate more other stuff. I had many experiences with cancer survivors that I thought like, I'm very blessed that I had cancer because I wouldn't be having this experience if I didn't have it. I felt grateful and I was grateful to share with these people that they were so motivated and happy to be experiencing the same things with me. Also, nobody is going to understand you better than another cancer survivor. It doesn't matter if your family, even they were in the process with you, they are not going to understand what you felt at that moment. What are those words about that you are being diagnosed and that you feel guilty or that you have a defect or something like that? Only cancer survivors will understand that. Number five, if there is something that I have heard again and again and again, and is that People with a lived cancer experience hate pity. We don't want to feel like victims or that people is feeling pity for us. Actually, we just want to be seen as normal people that is going through an illness and that we are capable or resilient and strong. We're not superheroes. That is another thing. We're not superheroes, but we're just normal people. So don't see us with pity. So if you are supporting someone that has cancer, try not to feel pity for them because it is useless and we're talking about somebody else's life. Try to be compassionate, proactive, sensitive about it, but never feel pity. Number 6, the role of age in cancer experience. I have learned that age changes everything about the cancer journey. It could be very different when you were a child, when you were diagnosed, when you were an adolescent, young adult, elderly. That changed everything because you are in different stages of your life. Sometimes when a child is diagnosed with cancer, it could be more impactful on the parents than in the kid. It is very impactful for the kid as well, obviously. But sometimes are the parents the ones that remember the most. When you are an adolescent, you also can be more conscious about your physics so that this could impact even more. And you get bored also in the hospitals. When you are a young adult, you are starting your life. So you got your first job and suddenly you have to stop working. Or you are just finishing your studies, or you want to ask for a loan, or you want to start a family. Then we have adults that maybe they already have their life put together in a way. I don't think nobody has their life put together. But anyway, they already have their house, they already have a family, and they receive this diagnosis, and suddenly they have to stop everything, right? When you are elderly, also your kids and maybe the people around you has to take care of you when you all your life you are healthy and you take care of yourself. So it could be very challenging as well. Like every stage is different. That's why I really believe that we should attend more the age specific needs of every cancer patient. Cultural differences and depending on the country that you were diagnosed and treated can make a huge difference on your treatment and the outcomes of it. But there is something that I know is that the country, they do the best that they can with the tools that they have for the people of their own country. But there is one thing, and this is another point, and is that there is still a lot of stigma. Still, people don't talk enough about cancer. They are so afraid about this, and even in the hospital, they don't say the C word. And I know that depending on the culture, depending on the experience of the family, it's going to be more difficult to talk about it. But we have to talk about it because it's not Voldemort. It's not that we say cancer and suddenly it's going to appear in our family. It's not like that, and we have to talk about it because by talking with everyone about this, I really believe that diagnoses are going to be earlier. People is not going to be afraid to go to the doctor if they feel bad because they don't want to hear the word cancer. I really believe that we should talk more about cancer, not only because early diagnosis, but because mental health of the people that is dealing with cancer, inequality and injustice in cancer care. I really consider that it's very unfair that depending on the country that you were born, you are going to heal or that you're going to survive comparing to another country that they don't have the same resources. If we talk about survivorship, but if we talk about resources, fertility preservations, mental health, the medicines, it's a whole different thing. So yeah, with advocacy, we have to raise our voices and talk about injustice in our countries, in other countries, for the minorities. Also, after the treatments, there is a lot of injustice. And that's why in the European Union, they approved the right to be forgotten. That is a law that prevents financial discriminations in cancer survival. Number 10, healing before helping others. For years, I couldn't go to the hospital without feeling sick or without feeling that it was about me. And I realized that talking with others and trying to help others, you have to be in a mental state that you say, okay, I can help others and to not cry on the way. So one person told me once, if you can say aloud your traumas and you don't start shaking your voice or crying, is because you're cured and you're healed. And this is difficult because sometimes when you just finish your treatment, you want to start helping others, telling your story. It is going to be useful for them to know for everything that you have been through. And sometimes that is not the case. Like, could be helpful for some of them, but sometimes even telling your story, telling how traumatic it was, can make you cry or can make you feel bad, and the other person is not going to be very grateful about that experience. There is a tool that I got from this program, A Fresh Chapter, and it's holding a space. This means that basically you are going to listen to other one and do not say anything. If you share your story after theirs and they didn't ask you for it, maybe they could feel that you are minimizing their journey or that you want to have a competition with them. You're just going to interrupt them. And that is not the idea. Your experience is very valuable. But if you want to help a peer, another cancer survivor, or just someone that is going through this process, just listen to them. You don't have to advise them. You don't have, maybe if they ask you for an advice, you can advise them. But if not, just listen to them and make them feel heard. It's not about your story. You have to think that holding a space is not about you, it's about the other person. You're giving as a present your time to listen to them and to support them. And this lesson is also about that for being a cancer advocate and to support others, you have to study. It's not that you had cancer and everything is okay, you are going to help them, you are going to help everyone. I have learned many tools to become an advocate, and they are so useful. And I'm really sure that without these tools or this lesson that I just told you, I will be a different, completely person, and I wouldn't have the interactions and the friendships that I have right now. So, these are my 11 lessons. They have shaped the way that I am today as an advocate, researcher, and also people with a lived cancer experience that wants to help others. And also, this is my first content video about me talking, not interviewing anyone in English, because I have others in Spanish. But I have many interviews with cancer survivors from around the world. Right now, I have 75. So check them out. And if you like this video, like it, share it, and subscribe if you want to. Thank you. Bye.